can't get any words. Podcasts don't last, giving you the real talk, no holding back. Can't get any worse, we'll make you see. There's always a silver lining. We'll set you free, so join the movement. Let's change the game with the Can't Get Any Worse podcast.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the Can't Get Any Worse podcast. How are we all today? We've got a guest in studio today. I've been chasing this guest for ages now, so I'm absolutely stoked that she's joining us. Desley Robinson, welcome to the podcast.
Hello.
Hey. We made it happen. This has been, close to, 8-10 months in the making?
A long time. I'm the worst.
The hardest woman in boxing to get a hold of.
Yeah. Or even just like a reply like, I'll type back and then I'll be like, oh, look, a bird. And then I'm like, oh, shit, I was supposed to reply to someone.
Yeah. We were just saying before we started this that we're both like ADD as fuck. So who knows where this is going to go. So
I know.
They're my favourite podcasts that you can just go wherever and whenever.
Yes,
so
yeah, we'll be a while. We got some stocks we can like have a drink.
Yeah, well, are you much of a drinker?
On a weekend, if I've got something on, I'll have a few. But I think I'm just boring now. Like I just don't really... Like, I was like, on Christmas time, I got some vodkas. I'm like, I don't really like the taste of it anymore. I think I'm getting old.
Yeah, well, that's what happened to me. I spent thousands on all this, and now I'm at the age where I'm just like, I'll just have the occasional drink.
I know.
Here and there. It's like,
you're like, oh shit, the hangover. Like,
that's the worst part. I just hate the next day. So,
yes,
and that's all I can think about when I'm drinking. I'm like, this is going to suck tomorrow.
I can't relax because I'm like, I've got this to do, I've got that to do, I've got 3 kids.
Yeah.
What am I going to do? And then I feel guilty. And if I have a drink and I overcompensate, so I'm like, all right, 10 o'clock in the morning, we're going camping. And everyone's like, what the hell? Like, I feel bad for going out the night before.
Yeah, you got to make up for it.
Yeah.
But how are you feeling about the podcast? You said you haven't done one in a while?
No, I haven't done one in ages. I'm keen. It's good. A lot has happened.
Yeah. We're going to delve into it.
Yeah. So My life is a roller coaster.
No, that's good. That's what we like. So a lot of the time the guests sit there and they're like, oh, we're so nervous. But I'm the most nervous person in the world. Like,
you'll be right.
Thanks for the comforting. But yeah, like literally for the last like half an hour I've just been pacing the whole house.
It's like when you get ready and you get ready too early.
Yeah.
And you're like, sit down, look around, get up, go for a walk, sit back down, fix your hair.
Yeah. That's always been me. Hey, like when I used to go to parties and stuff with my mates, they'd be like, oh, meet at 7. And I'd be like, it'd be 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I'd be like, I'm ready to go. Like, but
just waiting.
Yeah. So for those that don't know, you are how do you say it? Are you 2-time champion or are you 2-time
world champion. IBF, WBO, middleweight boxing champion.
That's crazy.
Of the world.
Yeah. That must be nuts to have that follow your name. Like,
yeah. It's crazy. Like, because people will see you and go like, oh, do you play a sport? And I'm like, oh, yeah, I do a little bit of boxing. And they're like, oh, like, because they think because I'm tall, they're like, do you play basketball? And I'm like, no, I do boxing. Oh, have you even had a fight? Yeah, I've had a fight. Oh, have you won? Yeah, I've won a fair few. Oh, like big ones? Like, I'm actually the world champ. And then they're like, get out of here. And then they want photos. And I'm like, oh, now I'm cool.
Yeah, that must... Do you feel a bit dirty about that? Like, you didn't want to know me like 2 seconds ago.
Yeah, a few people. But now I'm getting noticed like all the time. So,
really?
Which is it's pretty cool. But if I go somewhere, my friend's like, oh, I'm on camera duties. So it's like people pull up and get a photo. And so I'm like, to my friends, I'm like, oh, can you just get a photo for me?
Yeah.
I feel bad, but it's pretty cool.
It's part of the game, I suppose.
Yeah.
So you're a boxer, yeah. So how did you get into boxing? How did that all come about?
Well, funny you say that. I just got back from Moranbah where I went out and visited my best mate that I grew up with. She's actually in Dysart. But we did like a little tour out there where it all began.
Yep.
I was 14 in high school, obviously. Done it for fitness and... I just wanted to do something a bit more. Like I was playing rugby league and I, there's a couple of boys boxing and it looked pretty cool. And I thought, you know what, I'm going to do it. And a big thing too, people were like, you can't do it, you're a girl. And I was like, oh yeah, all right then. Well, I've succeeded in footy, smashed it there, like watch me do it in boxing. And then, did boxing. And then mum and dad were like, oh, we don't really want you to fight. And naturally, I'm like, well, I'm fighting then because whatever they say, I want to do the opposite.
100%.
I had a fight. My first fight was I was 14 against a 27-year-old. She was a kickboxer.
Okay.
And Yeah, a kickboxer, and yeah, I won.
Okay.
So it was a wild fight. I was just like haymakers, and I just wanted blood, and I want to knock her out. And I think the lead up to it as well was, you know, she was quite a rough sort of woman, and she had this sort of, you know, bit of a few bikies around her, and I was like, righto, even more, bring it on. Like, I want to make a fool out of you.
That's so cool that you had that mindset that young.
Yeah, I
Like.
was like, man, there's not a chance that she's beating me. And so I won. And then, naturally out in small towns, there was fights afterward in the crowd. So there was stools and people, you know, punching on here and there. And my mum was funny. My mum was like, get in the ring, because no one's going to get in the ring and fight, because everyone was like punching on outside of the ring. And so I was like, well, I was just fought in there. I'm not getting back in there. But yeah, that's country living. And
Yeah, for
really
sure.
cool.
So was that like, I'm assuming no from what you just said, like with your mindset and stuff. Was that intimidating fighting a 27-year-old at 14, or you just didn't care?
Well, we sort of grew up where it's like we were tough. Mum and dad sort of installed in us, you know, you don't take any shit.
Yeah, cool.
Anyone brings it to you, you give it back to them, you stand up for yourself. And then sort of, make them rethink why they chose to take you on. And it's I've got two sisters, an older and a younger, and we're pretty tough.
Yeah, cool.
You wouldn't,
Who's the strongest sister?
I'm the biggest one. Like, my oldest sister, she's quite creative, like with artwork and whatnot, and more of like a thinker and more emotionally there. I'm just sort of, I think, the tomboy of the family, a bit wild and out there. And whenever I decide to do something, oh God, what's Des doing now, type of thing. And then my little sister is sort of just a smaller version of me. She's a bit of a firecracker. And, like she's a bit more, you know, like she's quite a good mum, and she's, you know, still called Bub. We never call her by her name, and so she's like the little sister. But we've got a good little family. And mum and dad, like dad's got no hair, obviously, because of 3 girls, and mum just like, oh God, where's the 4X?
I got 2 boys, so I don't know the whole girl thing, but I got a couple of mates that have girls, and we always go back and forth as to who's got the harder life.
Man, and we used to fight each other. Like we started out doing karate, and we'd bash each other up, and then afterwards we'd be like, well, that was a good hit, hey, or like, you know, you kicked me really cool, and my mum would just be still fuming like, oh, these girls pulling hair and king hitting, and it's full on.
No, that's cool. Sounds like a good upbringing.
And change it.
Perfect. That's what you like to hear.
I know,
I know. It's better than the opposite. So then you had that first fight and you were just hooked. You're like, this is it.
Naturally, when you win, you just think, I'm on top of the world. I want to fight anyone, anywhere. Put me back in there, you know, bring it on. And, it was hard, you know, living out in Warrnambool. We're quite secluded. A lot of travel, and growing up, you know, dad worked in the mines and mum worked, you know, multiple jobs, and it was, we weren't a well-off family. And we sort of, you know, just sort of got by. And so to travel and to have that, you know, that the opportunity to go and fight away was massive.
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
You know, it took a big pay, you know, a big chunk out of the pay packet for mum and dad to go away and fight.
Where was that first sort of big one?
Like Blackwater, Rockhampton, Gladstone, Townsville. Like I was like, oh man, I've made it. I'm fighting in Townsville. Cairns. Lots and lots of traveling. We never went on a flight, like a plane flight. Obviously in the amateurs I flew all over to fight. And then never sort of made it to Brizzy. Brizzy was like the be-all, like it was massive, like this huge city,
the
and
big
like
lights.
If you've made it there, you're famous, you know, and so never got to go there. So it was we've sort of been around the whole countryside.
So when did you make the move to Brisbane?
I moved to Brizzy, I think when I was about Seth was 4. I don't know, I think like 28 or something.
Right.
So been here for, what am I, 37? I don't know the maths. Like,
I think that's about 9.
8, 9.
I'm terrible with maths as well. But I suppose as well, on top of the whole boxing thing, probably what's more impressive is you're like a mum at the same time. Like, and this is no hate to all my dads listening, but I think we all know that like my kids in particular, mum's like the pinnacle and dad's just there if mum says no. And I'm like, yeah. So that's crazy. How do you juggle mum life and boxing life?
Obviously it's been a hell of a ride.
Yeah.
Like a hell of a ride. I'm at the point now where I can relax and joke about it and have fun with it.
Yep.
22 years later of scrambling and struggling and having, like not having any support from the dads from who I had kids with.
Yeah.
And if anything, they've tried to make my life worse.
Yeah, okay.
I'm talking like malicious, nasty, any good thing in my life that would happen boxing-wise.
Yeah.
They would try and they would ruin it.
True.
Absolutely. Like it has been hell. And not many know that purely because of repercussions of it. Like, like if I spoke up and said, they try to do this, they try to do that, boom, they're on top of me. And you know what? I don't care anymore. Like I'm happy to stand up to them because for 12 years straight, they tried to ruin my life and continue to try and ruin it. And they haven't won. They're not going to win.
Yeah.
I then turned around and, was a single mother and, on my own, no financial support.
Yeah.
Everything thrown at me. And I turned around and became the 2-time world champ.
Yeah.
So,
that's wild.
Bring it on.
Yeah. No, that's an insane story. So kudos to you. That's nuts.
They're not going to take me down. And
yeah.
I don't need your money. I don't need your support. I don't need nothing, It'd be great for the kids to have that sort of thing, a mum and a dad to sort of grow up with. But I don't need it. I do the job of both of them. And, unfortunately for the kids, they're not going to get that experience because they don't want it. They've got me as mum and dad, and I've given them everything more so that their dad could ever offer.
100%, yeah.
So,
I'm
sorry, but...
No, I like it.
You're not going to beat me.
Yeah, no, I like that.
Yeah. I get real serious on my no.
Yeah. Here's a question to break the ice. What's harder, jumping in the ring or dealing with the kids at home?
Oh, man. I think the kids getting in the ring is the hardest one. So it's like... We've got, training. The kids are all at sort of different stages of life. Like Seth, he's now working. He's a teenager. He's got his own sort of life going on. He needs to be dropped at the boat ramp every morning, picked up every afternoon because he fishes every day.
Yeah.
The girls are born in the same year.
Okay.
So one in January, one in December. So they're, pretty much like twins. I've got to drop them at daycare. Without daycare, I'll be buggered. It's just it's a juggling act. And then when I get in the ring, I'm like, oh man, this is a holiday. Yeah. Like I'm not getting out of the ring.
Yeah. Right.
Leave me in here for a week.
Let's go a few more rounds. Yeah. Oh, that's crazy. So obviously the recent news, I suppose, is you've signed with MVP, Jake Paul's promotion.
Yeah. How cool.
I know.
Yeah.
How did you feel how did that all come about?
Oh man, you see what they're doing and you think, oh man, I wonder if I'll ever be discovered, because my whole life I've had to climb and take, the short end of the stick and take the pay cut, fight for nothing, be the underdog, always have, something go wrong before the fight. And then now I'm like, oh man, this is real. This is happening.
Yeah, it must feel like, cool. Exactly like you said, like that I've made it moment sort of thing.
And yes, I've made it, but I still want more. There's still more I want to do. There's a lot of things that, I'm yet to do. And, I feel like this is just a beginning. But, I feel like I said before, I can enjoy it and have a laugh and relax and go, you know what, this is cool. Let's roll with it.
Yeah.
Whereas I've spent so many years being in survival mode of waking up, no sleep, not knowing what I'm doing, not knowing what's going to happen, not knowing what bullshit's going to be thrown at me, not knowing what these nasty, toxic people are going to try and ruin or, try and defame me as a mother and a boxer. And, now it's good. I'm confident, I'm calm, I'm happy. And I think that's the biggest thing. Like, I'm actually really happy in my life.
That's cool.
Like, I've got rid of the bullshit.
Yeah. So what do you think, like that moment or turning point of you just going, fuck it, like this, I'm just going to be happy from now on? How do you think you came about that?
I think when I officially became single.
Yeah. There we go.
No, you know, like I'm a very nice person, very too nice,
Yep.
too nice. So I feel like I attract people that need fixing,
Okay.
people that need help, people, and because I've gone through hell, I don't want people to feel how I've felt. I don't want people to have to live off food vouchers. I don't want people to have to worry about, oh, is my car going to get taken
Yeah.
from me? Am I going to pay rent? How am I going to feed my kids? That sort of thing. So I'm very giving and understanding, and I feel like I've attracted men in my life where it's like, oh, they promise you the world, and that's all well and good. Yep, go for it, whatever. And then I get sort of manipulated, and it's my own doing. You know, everyone's, you know, their own person, but I've sort of learnt from that and thought, you know what, I've got this. I can believe in myself, and I don't really need to rely on anyone.
Yeah, that's cool.
And sort of, just at that moment where I'm on my own, and I'm like, you know what, I've made it. I'm the 2-time world champ. I've proved people wrong. I've raised my kids really well, and I'm going to continue to do that. I'm financially good. I'm set up. So I feel like last year was probably the year where, you know, like obviously I had my fight on the big stage, and I was nervous, but I was like, this is where I belong, you know, like these people are here. This production is on because I'm fighting.
Definitely.
I did get a little bit nervous, but I sort of thought, this is
it.
This is where I'm at.
yeah.
Like, this is cool. Let's do a shoey in here.
Oh, for sure.
And have fun with it.
Yeah, cool. No,
Yeah.
that's awesome. I like you said, you sort of lean towards the guys that you want to fix and all that. I like to think that's why you've come to a Fat Dad and Logan's podcast.
Do
And
you need any help?
let's give this guy a crack.
Do you need a cuddle?
Oh God, I need all the help I can get.
Yeah.
But you had that first fight in Texas.
That was
First
cool.
first overseas fight, or
No,
where
I
else?
fought in New Zealand. Fought in Thailand. Where else? New Zealand a couple times. I'm the worst at remembering.
Yeah.
Like, I even did a podcast and I was like, oh yeah, I fought for the heavyweight world title, and my coach was like, no, you didn't, because I can't remember. But New Zealand heaps, and mainly like Australia. And
cool.
So hopefully soon we'll be back over in America.
Yeah, nice.
For another one. So
beautiful.
Yeah, but the American fight was a cracker.
Yeah, definitely. I just want to say a quick thank you to you, because before your fight,
What'd you win?
Okay, so here we go.
Yeah.
I'm a bit of a deviant gambler back in the day, right? I've peeled right back, and
Okay.
now it's like, I'll just put $10 in Sportsbet every now and then. And I saw you at your pre-fight thing, and I just saw you said, I forget the exact quote, but you said something about she's not going to beat me, otherwise my kids aren't going to eat, or something like that.
Like not a chance,
Yeah.
and how she's taking my belts.
100%. And I was like, babe, I'm putting $50 in Sportsbet.
Pay up.
Here we go. But
good.
So how was that whole fight camp lead up to it? Was it the same as usual, or did you feel a bit more pressure, or?
Not really. I thought, obviously the fight camp before that, the one before that, when I initially won the world title, I had a fractured foot.
Okay.
So I went the whole camp training on a foot that was almost broken. It was a really bad fracture. It's still really sore. So there was something that was going on, and it was like this stressful camp of like, people are going to see my foot. I'm going to get pulled out of the fight. I've got to fake that my foot's okay. Then the next fight camp, we're fighting a left-hander, and then she wasn't a hard fight. In my head, I was like, oh shit, she's left hand. You've got to watch out for this. Got to watch out for that. I could have knocked her out earlier, should have knocked her out earlier, but I was very cautious of the left hand because I'd never fought one. So that was a stress on that one. Then another defense came on, and I was like, oh man, there's nothing really that I'm worried about.
Yep.
So it was a good camp. We really focused on power and sitting on my punches. Because back in the day when I fought amateur, I would just like throw the right hand, and I was just an animal, and I had to get peeled off my opponents.
Yeah, okay.
Like I was just in there to kill. Like I wanted to kill the person. I had so much anger and really wanted to prove that I'm in here and no one can mess with me. So it's sort of like the fight camp. I was like, yep, sweet, work on the power. And then in the fight, I just sort of snapped and went, you know what, I'm going for it. And it just come over me, and I was like, man, I want blood. And the ref was like in the middle, and I seen him there, and I was like, right, I got to get rid of him and still get her. And in my head, I'm like, he's the ref. Like, what are you doing?
Oh god.
Like, so I think you can see, like, I tried to punch like over top of the ref to get her again, and then I was like, oh, whoa, what am I doing? Calm down.
So you were aggressive in the ring. Was that during all the like personal stuff in your life going on? Do you think that was an outlet for you to just go in there?
I think I really wanted to, like, I've always had something, you know, like these morons try and do something, and it doesn't bother me anymore. Like, throw whatever. I don't really care. Like, you name it, I've had it thrown at me, and I've got thick skin. Like, you can do anything before the fight, and I don't really care. Like, I had a family court date to fight for my son, and before one of my massive fights. And it didn't really affect me because I knew what they were trying to do was all BS. So you sort of get used to it. But before this one, I went in with the mentality that she's an American. Yes, I'm signed by MVP. I was, you know, on the books, more of a favoured fighter to win. But you just never know. And I sort of went in there with the mentality of that I am the underdog. Yes, I'm the champ, but I'm in obviously her territory. I need to make a statement. I need to show MVP why they've signed me and why I belong. And then, I just thought, seeing the opportunity and, go for it.
What was that first moment like meeting Jake Paul like? What?
Yeah, really cool.
Yeah? How's he like in person?
Cool.
Yeah.
He's super quiet. I got flown over to New York. And even then I was like, is this really happening? Like, me and my friend went over. She's like my travel buddy and, you know, one of my best mates. And we, went on our little adventure to New York, and we had like obviously, you know, all the formalities and whatnot, and met Jake Paul, and he was pretty quiet and very different to what you see on the big screen. I guess they've got to sort of, you know, put it on and whatnot. But he's a really caring, cool, collected, dude.
Yeah, I've said that about a couple of like comedians in the scene, like they're completely different to the content they post online. Like they just try, I suppose you've got to try and like emphasize your persona or something on social media and things like that. And then you talk to them in a green room and they're the most calm, humble people. And
cool
I'm like, But no, that's good to hear that, because I'm a Jake Paul fan. I love what he's doing for boxing and women's boxing in particular.
Crazy. And like for someone to do that and take such a massive risk is like, it's huge.
Definitely. It's probably a good time to open our Celsius.
Cheers
Let's
for that.
go. No worries. So you've never had one of these?
I did.
Oh, you did?
I did.
There
my shoey.
Oh, it was one of these, was it?
Yeah.
Do you remember the flavour?
Shoe.
Yeah.
Shoe
sweaty
flavour.
boxing shoe,
But so it was funny because like after the fight I was like, oh, I need a drink, and I was like, I need a Celsius. And Mike Leonardi was like, a what? I'm like, I'm going to drink out of my shoe. And they were like, what the hell? I'm like, it's a shoey. And then I was getting my gloves taken off, and I was trying to get my shoe off. And then he was like, oh, yeah. Goes over, gets me a Celsius. And I was like, yep. And then the lady's like, oh, what does it taste like? And I was like, shoe. Like,
Yeah. No, for
I was
sure.
like, why did I say that?
I forgot to mention at the start. Did you want to bring up your Botox?
Oh, I know. I keep touching my face.
I'm like, oh, fuck, we're supposed to bring that up at the start.
I can't move my face. And my lip, I went and got, I see Susie Pearl.
Yep.
I've seen her from day one. So she had a little room way out in Jimboomba for years. And me and my friend went there the other day, and I rang my friend. I'm like, can you move your face? And I'm like, I can't move anything.
Oh, God.
They're like, everyone's like, you get Botox? I'm like, 100%.
Yeah.
Like, so if I start dribbling and like...
I'll let you know.
Yeah, or like I'm actually angry right now. I'm like... and you can't see.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I've never dabbled in the Botox game.
No.
Not yet. I will though.
Oh, but yeah, it's really kicked in and I love it. But then I'm also like, when I'm talking, I'm like, oh no, I can't move anything.
Yeah. How long does it take to like wear off a little
It
bit?
wears off really quick because
Okay.
obviously I train. Although it's quite strong. It's quite strong.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have to like move it like this when I talk. And yeah, I sweat heaps.
Yeah. Susie was just getting your podcast ready for today. She
Yeah, I
knew you
know.
on the camera,
Yeah. Shout out to Susie Pearl.
Yeah, shout out. So how does that go with like sparring and stuff like that?
Well, yesterday I was like, I got out and I was like trying to talk and they said, what's wrong with your chin? I'm like, oh, I just can't move it from the Botox. And I'm like, and then my coach, Chris, is like, no one would actually know if you just didn't say anything. And I'm like, oh. All right.
All right, let's
I
keep
just
it
word
simple.
vomit all the
Yeah,
time
yeah.
and like, tell strangers and they're like, I don't actually care. I'm like, okay.
I'll just keep that to myself.
I
then.
know.
Yeah. So you got the 2 titles.
Yep.
I have seen.
What's next?
Yeah, exactly. What's next? Are you trying to unify?
100%.
Yep.
I just cannot wait. Like, she said she has unfinished business with me. To me, I finished it. But hey, I'm happy to punch you in the head.
Yep.
Again and again and again. I'll do it every week of the day, every day of the week. You
want to get your smack talk, right?
Oh, yeah. I lay in bed and I'm like, wake up.
So has she got both the other belts at the moment?
Yeah. So don't know how they come. I don't know why, how she got the opportunity. Happy for her. Good. Enjoy it. Enjoy being the world champ because it's going to be very short lived.
Yep.
And yeah, I'm coming for these belts.
Yeah.
They're mine. And I feel I've done the hard yards. I've set up these opportunities and when I'd fought her last time, I said, you're welcome. Like I set this up.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. There's no real bad blood there, but she's not my type of person.
Yep.
And it just gives more fuel to the fire.
Yep.
I think we are two very different people. We stand for very different, morals and whatnot in the sport. I feel I do a lot of different things, you know what I mean? Like helping, the children's hospital and helping the homeless and giving and helping and whatnot. Everyone's welcome to do their own thing in their life, but I feel I stand for a lot different things than what she does.
definitely.
So we're very two different people.
Yeah.
Which makes the fight even better.
Yeah.
Because the fight that they fought was, and I even said, look, I'm happy to fight both of you girls in the ring. Like, I'll fight both of you. 2 versus me for the belts. Happy to do that. I'll do it with one arm.
Yeah.
Do it with one foot. Like, it didn't really happen.
Yeah.
So now I've got to obviously try and get that fight and get those 2 other belts.
Yeah,
so,
cool.
I think it'd be cool to have it in Australia.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, that'd be sick.
Because, obviously my name is out there a little bit more and people are asking for, when is there a fight in Australia? It's hard because obviously I'm contracted to MVP in America. Yeah. But we've got, myself, you've got Sugar Neeks and Ebony Bridges. They're all Australian too.
Yep.
So it'd be cool to have an Aussie showdown.
For sure.
Win those belts back and never let them go.
Yeah.
So
I'd say it's probably only a matter of time before they venture over here, wouldn't you think? Like,
yeah.
UFC, I think some of their biggest gates are here in Australia.
Yes, It's hard though because boxing, it's massive over there,
Yeah.
and like even when you go over there, you're someone, you're famous. They roll the red carpet out. They really treat you like you're famous. We are a big deal, but Australia is hard with boxing.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Why do you find that? Do you think it's the whole tall poppy syndrome kind of thing?
100%.
Yeah.
And it's crappy on Australia's behalf.
Yeah.
But tall poppy syndrome is,
Yeah. I can't agree more. It sucks. Like, I'm doing the whole comedy and podcasting thing, and same deal. It's like, instead of other people trying to be better as well, it's like, oh, it's easier if I just drag you down with me kind of thing. It's
yes,
like,
which is silly.
yeah, 100%. Like, it's crazy the opportunities we could make for our country, but it's
huge because we have
nuts.
so much talent here, and we're hard workers. Like, you get knocked down and us Aussies get back up and you keep going and going, and yeah, it's
Yeah,
just
for
it's
sure.
a shame, but hopefully something changes.
Yeah, no, definitely. You mentioned before you like to help like the children's hospital and all that.
Yeah.
Where do you think all that came from? Do you think it's sort of your country upbringing a little bit?
Yeah, so I actually met a guy, Dave. I did a podcast with him before I fought Kay.
Okay.
And he was doing his podcast, and it was called Success Through Adversity.
Okay.
And he thought I was a good fit. Obviously, we've kept in contact. He's got to know who I am. I did a little bit of work with Merciful Servants and their, with their youth, troubled youth, because I left home really early too. So I sort of helped the youth on their way, and they can sort of call on me for help and support or whatever. Dave sort of seen, what I was doing, what I stand for. He knows, my upbringing and what I've gone through. And he actually is one of the guys that runs Uncle Bob's Foundation, and they raise a lot of money for the Royal Children's Hospital. So I just went to Melbourne a few weeks ago as an ambassador, and met everyone there and seen what they do. And
cool.
It's pretty heart-wrenching to see what goes on.
Definitely.
And the poor kids, but we can all sort of help together and do whatever we can to
100%.
All adds up.
It like the only thing I can really relate to that, I suppose, is like I do a lot of comedy gigs in West End and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
And it's crazy you just get off stage, you have a sick gig, you're feeling on a high, and to get to the highway, you drive past the children's hospital, and you just look at all the lit up windows and stuff, and it's like, fuck, I wish there was something I could do right now, kind of thing. You know what I mean? But again, kudos to you to go out there and do what you're doing.
Try and help out, and
with everything else that you're juggling. Like,
just life.
That's nuts. I asked the guests when they're on the podcast. So the name of the podcast is the Can't Get Any Worse podcast. Yeah.
Oh man.
So
my God, I got some stories.
Yeah?
But
Do you have a Can't Get Any Worse story that you can? It can be. Don't dox yourself. It can be anything. It can be a shitty day at sparring. It could be something that happened during a fight. Or
what about? I went. Yeah, look, I've gone my whole life. Obviously rebuilding and starting from scratch and being a single parent, and I thought, stuff it, let's just get married at a registry, and just sort of do that, and felt sorry for this person and whatnot, and never wanted to get married in my life. I never turned up to my last wedding. I left him at the altar, which was really cool.
That was my biggest fear.
I'm so happy about that. I was like, sweet, I will just get hitched, a shotgun wedding at a registry, why not? A few days later, he went to jail.
True, there we go.
And then, lost everything.
Yeah.
And then had to start my life all over. And I thought, fuck, can it get any worse than this?
That's
Thought I found the one. Nope.
No, not yet.
There's a few other ones, but they're not very G-rated. So
Yeah.
we'll leave them.
All right, let's leave them for now.
Yeah.
So your gym that you train out of,
Yep.
is that Logan Boxing team?
Yeah.
Cool. Where's that?
Slacks Creek.
Okay.
So I thought I'd struggle saying that. Slacks Creek.
No, you nailed it.
Yeah. So I've been there with Chris McCullen for about 9 years.
Really? Yeah. Cool. So as soon as you moved here, you pretty much linked up with him.
Well, when I moved here, I was training out for the Olympics, and was training with the boxing shop with Shara and Gareth, Shara Roma and Gareth Williams. Started training with them. I had no money, nothing. They gave me $50 to go buy a shirt for a job interview.
Right.
Yep. And I was like, I'm going to win. I'm going to give money. I'm going to give back to you. I'm going to pay you back. And they're like, look, don't worry about it. We know you're going to do well. So I'm forever thankful to them. Did that, fell short with the Olympic career, purely because I'd moved to Brizzy. I walked away from the house that I built a home, threw the keys at my ex and said, you can have these. I'm going to rebuild my life. You'll never do that. So you can have the house.
Yeah.
I'm going to go. I feel sorry for you. Watch me build 10 houses. Left. Left and then drove in my car with a suitcase, the dog, and my son.
Yep.
And I was driving. I was like, fuck, I've got no home now.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
yeah.
Came to Brizzy, went with Shara and Gareth. Then I was staying at my friend's grandma's in a room at my friend's grandma's house. And then, it was just a bit of a chaotic part of my life. A lot of stress going on, had no money, was still paying the mortgage at this house that I wasn't living at. And, just a lot of stress. Him and his whoever was trying to obviously ruin my career, take my kid from me. I did nothing wrong as a parent. All that, had family court to fight for my kid. Too much stress, fell short on the boxing, the Olympic boxing opportunity. And then thought, what do I do now? Then I was working at a gym. It was called World Gym Southside. Okay. Clem DeSykes and Reagan DeSykes. Reagan was fighting. Started training with them. So I was doing personal training, cleaning at nighttime from like 1 a.m. to 4 a.m, training at 4 a.m. till 7, going home, getting my son ready for school, taking him to school, coming back to the gym, doing PTs all day, running myself into the ground. And I wanted to go pro, and he was obviously training his son. His son was pro, and he just didn't have the time, to obviously take me on as a pro. I come across Chris McCullen, and I had to sort of get accepted in the club. Okay. Because it's a family-ran club. It's been around for years, and a lot of the people that have gone there have all come from rags to riches type of story. They've all struggled. They've all, Chris has been a life savior to all of us. Kept us on the straight and narrow and helped everyone, from kids train there and become champions. And we could have all taken a really bad path, whether it's drugs, violence, whatever. And we're all sort of open to that temptation of that crappy lifestyle. Yeah. And Chris has sort of saved and helped everyone in that club become the best they could be from his life experiences as well. And I started training with him, and I remember it was like, I'd text him and he's like, no worries, I'll just have to ask everyone else if they're happy for you to train. And I was like, oh man, come on, let me train here. And and sure enough, I'd gotten in, and then one of my friends from back home, Warrenbar, Amy, had a sort of, she was training there and she was the only girl, and she's like, look, I'll put in a good word for you. We've come leaps and bounds, and it's been a journey, and I feel I've grown as a person, and it's been a hell of a ride. We've had some ups and no real downs. It's just more life experiences, and it's been pretty funny. He
does seem like a cool guy. Obviously, I don't know him, but I see him through your socials and stuff. Well. And our last guest at last year, Brad Walton, did a bit of training with him. But crazy thing, and Chris, if you're listening to this, so I think he must have a kid that plays basketball or something.
Oh, yes.
So my son plays basketball at the same place. I've passed him a couple of times. I'm like, I should say hello, and I just get too nervous. I'm like, he's not going to know who the fuck I am. He's going to be like, who's this? Yeah, exactly.
Sweaty.
I'm the worst in social situations. But
funny.
Chris, next time I see you there, I'll say hello. It's a date.
It's a date. Or go give him a big hug and he'll be like, whoa, what are you doing?
So the mentality and stuff to get in the ring. Yep. Do you do anything like meditating or anything like that, or you've just got that dog in you?
When I was younger, I used to have a chicken sandwich, a hot chook sandwich. Okay. With hot chook, cheese on a bread roll. That, and I used to shadow box in the toilet.
Yeah, okay.
No one was around. Smash it, eat the sandwich, and then just box in the toilet, and then take a few deep breaths and be like, right, we're on. Yeah, how weird.
Was this like before the fight, or?
Yeah. I'm like, I wouldn't eat that now. Yeah. What was I thinking? Yeah. But now I've it's usually quite busy now, and I've been doing it for a long time. So we, Chris and I, go for a walk in the morning. We've obviously finished cutting weight and whatnot. We'll get up in the morning, have a coffee, and wherever we are, we'll go for a walk around, have a chat, go through the game plan, and pretty much just reinstall that we've done the work. We're confident. We've got a game plan. Chris is really good. He studies the opponent. That's why I call him Mr. Miyagi. Yeah. because he's so smart, and he can see things that obviously I can't. And I'd say I'm not really much of a thinker. I just get in there, like my life, just get in there and get married, and get in there and go head first.
Yeah.
And do before I think. But yeah, he's like the brains behind everything.
Yeah,
so,
cool.
Do that and then go back, and the day goes really quick. And you've done the walk, you've eaten, you've literally just sat on the bed, and then you're like, oh, well, let's go fight.
Yeah.
And you go through like a roller coaster where you're like, weigh in, you've eaten, and then after the weigh in, you sort of forget about the fight because you've eaten food, you're surrounded by your team and your friends and your family, and it's like a bit of a celebration. And then, the day of the fight, it's like, we're doing this. Oh, man, getting nervous. I don't want to do this.
Yeah.
Like, you get to the arena and you're like, I'm made for this. Like, you king shit. And walk in and get to your dressing room, and then, you start warming up and do your gloves and go to the toilet about 20 times for nerves. And then, you're confident, and then you're nervous. And then when you're walking out, you're like, yep. Get in the ring, you're like, I don't want to be here.
How does that walkout feel? Because looking at it on TV, I think that's like, and like back in the day, I used to be a big wrestling fan and stuff. So the whole thing was like the walkout.
Yep.
Is that a surreal moment just to walk through there, see the whole crowd? Like,
well, the recent fight that I had, I didn't know like where to walk.
Okay.
And they were like waving, and I was like, do I wave? Then I'm like, oh shit, I'm on camera here. What am I doing? And I was like, do I wave back? I'm like, hey. Or keep my game face. And I was like, oh, I couldn't hear the music. And I was like, oh no. So I just winged it and walked out. But I sort of, I don't know. You just like, we're on here. My nostrils flare, and I'm like,
must be crazy. I'm trying to get on this like boxing card at the end of this year in September. It's just where a heap of podcasters and stuff get together down the Gold Coast. So
I want to watch.
So I'm trying to get on that. But like that's the only thing I can think about just like how sick the walkout would be.
Oh yeah.
What's your walkout song?
Credence and Fortunate Son.
Yeah. Okay. That's
pretty much.
Song.
Pretty much. It's I grew up, my parents used to listen to it a lot. And then obviously didn't come from a fortunate, like I'm not a fortunate son. Have always battled my way through and have never been spoon fed or, had the golden spoon treatment. It kind of reminds me of preparing for war.
Yeah. Okay.
And then I'm like, sweet, we're going to war.
Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah.
What's the most, this might be a weird question, but what's the most like mum thing that you've done like 24 hours before a fight?
Oh man, not even like 24 hours after my fight. I was in New Zealand and I fought I call it the heavyweight world title, but it was a light heavyweight world title against Lani Daniels. And I was in enemy territory, crack a fight, and I took the two kids with me. They were both babies. It's hectic. And went over there, mum was there, my sister was there, and I'd fought. As soon as I had fought, I came out of the ring and I was getting whisked off to get drug tested, as you do. And I'd seen, obviously, Harlow, my youngest, and I still had my hand wraps on, and she had, like, pooed her nappy.
Yeah, okay.
And I was like, hang on, said to the drug lady, I was like, I just got to change your nappy. And they were like, no, you've got to come and get tested. I was like, no, I got to change your nappy. And my mum was like, well, I can do it. And then I jumped the fence and jumped down and, changed the nappy. And
right then and there,
Still sweaty, walked straight out of the ring to Harlow. And there's a photo of it. I have to upload it. It's pretty funny.
Yeah.
And I'm like, looking, fuck my life. And then went and got, drug tested and then come back out and, did the photos.
Yeah, that's so good. That's so good.
Yeah,
What do you have any plans for when boxing's done and dusted? Where do you see yourself in the future?
Yeah,
or
look,
it's just full steam ahead for those belts for now. Not even.
I've always got like a game plan. Obviously, I'm going to open up my own boxing gym.
Yeah, cool.
And help obviously the less fortunate, because I'd be screwed if I didn't have a gym to go to. I couldn't afford to train. I could not pay anyone to train me. I had no money.
Yep.
And there's going to be other champions out there that are in the same position as me. So I'm happy to help them out, do that, and have like a little coffee van at the front.
Yeah, cool.
I'm just feeling a bit of a vibe, bit of music,
Yeah.
protein smoothies. And I'm actually working on my own Yeah, my own protein, my own supplement at
awesome.
the moment. Yeah, so working on that. So eventually I'll go into sort of that avenue.
Yeah.
And doing a little bit of sewing, making my own jackets.
Actually, I saw that. That's cool.
So weird, random. So sort of do that. And yeah, we've got a few ideas in the works.
Yeah, cool.
We've got like another one. We're going to do like a party boat.
Yeah.
But yeah, won't reveal too much about that one. But yeah.
That's cool that you got the cogs turning, just thinking about the future and things like that. So
always.
You did mention there that like you couldn't afford to train and stuff. And I've always seen like, you always hear the story rags to riches with boxers and stuff, come from nothing. I didn't realize like how expensive boxing gyms were and stuff.
Yeah.
And that's no shade to trainers or anything like that. But much like I said, I'm trying to get a fight this year and I've started looking at gyms in the area.
Yeah.
And I'm like, fuck, I don't know if I can afford that every
expensive.
week. Yeah. It's nuts. So
yeah, and it's hard. Like I couldn't even afford my groceries. Like I was getting vouchers from the Salvation Army.
Yep.
And it was like Christmas. Like me and my son, I'm like, what do we get this week?
Yep.
Like, and then obviously being a full-time sponsored athlete, like new style developments came on board, and they've obviously changed my life as well. And they've got everyone else on board. Like Vision Homes, and they're big people. I've got, like a big list of sponsors, and now I'm sponsored by a gym, Powerhouse, which the boys run, and I don't have to pay for a gym membership.
Yeah, cool.
Because there was a time where my payments were failing, couldn't pay for it. I've got, supplements, Gym and Juice have jumped on board, and that just saves so much money. And like everyone else, it sort of gets on board. My sister, she designs shirts and whatnot, and SLS they do as well. But there's a few people that they've jumped on board and seen, who I am as a person, and they've believed in me, which is the biggest thing. And now I don't have to work.
Yeah.
I train full time, and just the opportunity too. Like obviously I was working as a full-time concreter.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, right. 3 kids concreting. In the morning I was doing PT and, Big Boss concreting. They've never had a girl as a concreter, and there's not many out there. No. And just to be given the opportunity as a woman to get out there and try and do a man's job was I'm really thankful for that. And
cool.
Yeah, it was hard work, far out.
I could imagine. Sometimes I see concreters, I'm like, I would not pay to do that.
Like all day just in the sun, and you're on a time schedule too. So I'd finish work, come home, I'd do a PT. The minute I got home, I'd still be in my concreting gear. Then after that, I'd have a shower and go to training, and do my own boxing after being in the sun all day. Yeah.
Yeah, cool. What do you want your legacy, if you will, to be? I know it's a weird question, but I feel like when I got a boxer there, I need to ask him that.
Yeah. Being no, I'm never like that. Yeah. Just being genuine. Yeah. Being me, like not getting carried away with having a big head about myself. Like what you see is what you get. Yep. I'll, drink out of your shoe. Yeah. Like
I got Crocs on today.
It all leak out. No. Just sort of being a hardworking, genuine, normal person.
Yeah, so, cool.
Yeah, a lot of people are like, do you feel any like better than anyone else? And I'm like, not a chance. Yeah. Like I will still be me. I will still joke around, and I'm quite an open person. Yeah. So everyone sort of knows everything, and I got nothing to hide. Yeah. So
well, that definitely comes across. Like today, it's come across, and on your content as well. Like some of the stuff you post on there with your kids just makes me laugh so hard. Like the colouring in the other night.
I know. Just like licking my leg. I'm like, what are you doing?
Oh gosh, it made me laugh so hard. But I think to finish off, do you have like a message maybe to any other mums out there that maybe they've got a dream and they're just like, it's too out of reach?
Not a chance. I think, everyone has their battles, and we've all, like, everyone's fighting a battle. And I think the big thing that I stand for is prove them wrong. And I've done that time and time and time again. And that, yes, you can. You can. I used to say yes, you fucking can, because you fucking can do anything you put your mind to. But I've got to keep it a bit G-rated, so I say yes, you can. You can do anything that you set your mind to.
For sure.
And obviously your mind's going to quit before your body. So
definitely.
Yeah, and if like, you know, like I've got, you know, stories and battles and whatnot, and so does everybody. But I think if I can help people, then, you know, and they can look at me and go, man, she did it with, you know, a full-time concrete, a single mum battling in family court to keep her kid. And not that I did anything wrong, you know, just constantly trying to not defend myself, but prove that I'm not the person that these people are trying to portray me as.
Gotcha.
And that happens with everybody.
Definitely.
So, yeah, there's hard days and you just got to soldier on.
Yeah, that's
Get it
it.
done.
Eh? Yep, exactly. No, that's. I think that's a good note to finish up on. So, plug your socials, things like that. Where can people find you?
Deso 2.0.
Yeah. What happened to 1.0?
Oh man, 1.0. Well,
yeah.
that I got. I kept getting hacked, kept getting reported, and I know who was doing it. And anytime I'd have something good, it would always get reported and whatnot. So, Deso 2.0 is here to stay.
Perfect.
To stay, and it. It's come bigger and better than my last one, and so
cool.
there, and just a huge shout out to obviously all of my sponsors. We got New Style, Vision Homes, Big Boss, Powerhouse, Brisbane Town Planning, Six Start, Reliable Insurance Solutions. That's a tongue twister. Who else is there? Buddy, God, everybody. Big Boss, and they've been obviously the driving force behind getting me to where I am today.
Yeah, awesome.
So, and the likes of yourself, like without you, we don't get to, people don't really get to know us.
Yeah, perfect.
As much as we you know, we don't get to put everything out there but you get to sort of shed the light on who we are.
Yeah, no, I think it's good
So-
when people can sit down and have these sort of long form chats and things like that and get to know who you are, like behind the socials and things like that. So it's genuinely been great to finally get you in here and sit down and have a chat.
10 hours later.
Oh gosh, but whenever you got any fight news or anything, hit me up. I'll post it all through the socials and tell the listeners.
Thank you.
No worries. Absolutely stoked that we made
Appreciate
it happen, and
Yeah.
appreciate you all listening. And we will see you later.
Yeah. Oh, how good. Oh my God, my face is so numb. I can't move my fucking face.